Hello everyone, I'm Dan Filgreen, and this is ShellPoint Today for Wednesday, July 17th. On today's show, we show you how to reprogram your digital TV, which is actually much easier than it sounds. We'll also talk to Norton McKnight, whose Academy class will teach us just how much we don't know about the Constitution. But first, we want to draw your attention to an event happening this morning about scrapbooking. Do you enjoy making your own greeting cards, picture frames, and other decorative items? Are you in love with scissors, stencils, stamps, stickers, and other creative ways of showcasing photos? Then this is the group for you. We're starting a scrapbooking group here at ShellPoint, and the first meeting is this morning at 9:15 a.m. in the Osprey Room on the island. Show your support for this fun, crafty art form. Also today, an important event is happening about your family doctor. The healthcare system in America is changing, and your relationship with your primary care physician is more important than ever. Do you only visit your doctor when you get sick, or do you take advantage of wellness visits on a regular basis? Is a ShellPoint doctor visit different from any other doctor visit? And what exactly will your insurance pay for? Find out the answers to all of these questions at a Health Connection event with nurse practitioner Carol Clark. She'll be speaking at 1:15 p.m. in the Social Center on the island. Don't miss this important Health Connection event, maximizing your relationship with your primary care physician. Carol Clark also wanted to pass down this important practical health tip. Are you drinking enough water? The answer is likely no, because our medical center sees dozens of dehydration cases every month. During the summer, it's vitally important to drink 6 to 8 cups of water a day, and even more if you exercise regularly. Other ways to beat the summer's heat and humidity are wear a large brimmed hat and sunglasses. Only go out in the early morning or late afternoon. And drink water even if you're not feeling thirsty. For more information, call the Medical Center at 454-2146. Now we have some information of the technological variety. Last week, Bill Smith Appliances brought a selection of digital TVs to ShellPoint so that residents could get the feel for the variety of sizes and features. This is important because after August 14th, older TVs will no longer work at ShellPoint. Only digital TVs will receive the new HD channels. With their relatively low cost and light weight, these new TVs are a cinch to install. But then, how do you get the new channels? Believe it or not, reprogramming these TVs is not as difficult as you may think. Burt is here to preview the process, which will take place on August 14th.
Hi everybody, it's Jared Pike and Burt here with ShellPoint TV. We're talking about the digital TV transition. In August, all of the TV channels at ShellPoint will transition from analog to digital, which means you need a new set like this and you're going to have a new channel lineup. You're going to have more HD channels. It's going to be great. Now, Peter, one consequence of this is that your TV will need to be reprogrammed.
That's correct. It will not work initially when you first turn it on. And I think we can go through the reprogramming method on this TV. They're all similar.
Yes. Now, ShellPoint will gladly do this for you. But again, with 2,000 residents, it's going to be a long time if you wait for someone to help you. So we're going to try and walk you through it. And as Peter said, it's not as difficult as it seems. We're going to reprogram this TV, pretend that it's August 14th, and see if we can get the new lineup. All right, the first key part is to look for a button on your remote that says Menu. There it is right there. So I'm going to hit Menu, and it's going to bring up several choices here. Now, again, every TV is different. So let's see, if we wanted to reprogram the channels, in one of these menu options is how you program the channels. So let's see if we can find it. Let's look at channel. Okay, there it is. Now, the other key, folks, here's the important thing to look for, is something that says scan or auto scan. That's going to be the easiest way to do that. This is basically your television is going to do this for you. So once you hit auto scan, start. Yes, I want to start. Now tell us what's happening in this process, Peter.
The tuner that's built into this TV, the digital tuner, is going through and it's looking at every possible TV channel that there is out there. If it's an active TV channel, it will recognize that and it will put it in the TV's memory.
Okay, so it's basically looking at the universe and saying, okay, channel 2, is there anything there? Yes, there is. I'll remember it. Channel 3, is there anything there? Yes, I'll remember it. And So right now it's found 23, 24, 25. So this is basically a process. You hit the start button, then you go and get a cup of coffee and let it do its thing. And you can see the progress as it goes along. So after...
They vary depending on the manufacturer. Some of them are done in a few minutes and some of them take up to 2 hours.
Yeah, so whether it's a few minutes or a few hours, just let it do its thing. If you have multiple TVs, do this on all of them. And then by the end of it, you'll have the new lineup, all the new ShellPoint channels. And this is a simple enough process, Peter.
It is, but again, if you get in trouble, we'll be glad to send someone out to help you go through this, or we'll do it for you and make sure you get in the TV that you should get.
And to do that, how would they contact you?
By calling the One Call Does It All number, the call center at 454-2190.
Okay. Now, the final important piece of information here, folks. Don't do this until August 14th. Wednesday, August 14th is when you'll have the new signal. If you do it the night before, you'll have all the old channels. It won't help you. Wait until the morning of Wednesday, August 14th, and then go through this process. And you'll have all the new channels, some in HD, all in digital. It's going to be fantastic. So, for Peter Burt, this is Jared Pike, ShellPoint TV.
July is the birthday of our country, and so traditionally, we spend this month focusing on U.S. history. But it's easy to forget that the principles laid down in those July meetings led directly to the system of government we have today. Or do they? There's a lot we don't know about the civics of that day and the civics of today. So much so, we need a two-part academy class to sort it all out. Our guide is Norton McKnight of Lucena, and his class is called What We Learned Wrong in Civics. It starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. in the Grand Cypress Room at the Woodlands. Terry Kolath has this preview.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry Kolath, and I'm here today with Norton McKnight of Lucena, and we're talking about a program he's going to do in 2 sessions in the Academy on what we learned wrong in civics. Thank you for joining me, Mr. McKnight.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I remember so well the day you came to my office and said you'd like to talk about the Constitution and law.
Let me rephrase that. It's a Constitution as law, rather than constitutional law.
And what's the difference there?
Well, constitutional law is what lawyers do when they want to avoid the Constitution. But the constitutional as law is what the Constitution says.
Okay, so already I hear a discrepancy between what the Constitution says and what people try to do with it.
Yes.
Is that partly what we learned wrong in civics?
It's very much what we learned wrong in civics. Let me go back to when I got interested in Constitution as law. As I was 17, there was a little bit of a dust-up going on around the world. It was called World War II. As a teenager, I enlisted, and in my induction services, I took an oath to defend and protect the Constitution of the United States. Well, I realized I didn't have the slightest idea what the Constitution of the United States was, and I thought I better find out. Unfortunately, for the next couple of years, as a member of a combat infantry division, I didn't have much time to research the subject. But later when I got out, I enrolled in an engineering school which had a pretty good library. So that gave me a chance to study the Constitution and read the Federalist Papers, which explained it.
So you did this all on your own. A young man just finished with World War II because you wanted to know what you had agreed to serve and protect.
Right.
So were you surprised as you did this research?
Not surprised, but I realized that much of what we learned in civics was just absolutely wrong. For example, the basics we learned were a democracy with 3 separate but equal branches. Absolutely wrong. Number one, we're not a democracy, we're a federal republic. The difference between a democracy and a federal republic is probably best described by Ben Franklin's opinion of a democracy. A democracy is 2 wolves and a lamb voting on what to eat for lunch. That was his opinion of a democracy. It was no intent of the founders to have a democracy. The word democracy, I could not find it in the Constitution. They do list us as a federal republic, way down in Section 4, which talks about new states joining the Union. They will be guaranteed a republic form of government. We're not a democracy, but we go around the world telling people, oh, you ought to be a democracy. It's no wonder we don't win that argument when they look at us and say, well, you're not a democracy. Why should we be?
This sounds wonderful, and I'm so glad that we're going to be able to take your passion for the Constitution as law and share it with us in just 2 sessions. I hope you'll all join us. We're talking about 2 Thursday mornings. The first one, July 18th, tomorrow, with Norton McKnight of Lucina, what you learned wrong in civics class.
Did you know that we are now rebroadcasting the Village Church services on Channel 13 every Tuesday and Thursday? Coming up in today's Village Church Connection segment, we'll discuss the rebroadcast and how else you can access the church's Sunday morning service. That's in a minute. But first, we are covering all today's happenings from Resort Services. Then stay tuned for your Academy news, menus, and Village Church Connections.
Hi everybody, it's Wednesday, July 17th, and welcome to the Happenings segment of ShellPoint TV. I'm Bev Chandley, and this is Suzanne Savada, and we're going to tell you what's going on for activities here at ShellPoint today. We're going to start out at 9 o'clock with the Jurassic Travel Company being in the egret room on the island. Also at 9 o'clock we have the Round Robin Men's Doubles Tennis going on down at the Woodlands Tennis Course. We also have Watercolor Group with Phil Hilton at 9 o'clock. That's in the art studio. Also at 9 o'clock we have a behind-the-scenes tour of the laundry facilities. Anyone who's signed up for this should meet outside of the Manatee Room. It's currently a full class. At 9:15 it's time for scrapbooking and card-making interest meeting. That'll be in the Osprey Room on the island. And then 10:15 the Model Yacht Sailing Club will be down at the Woodland Commons Lake. Now 10:15 we'll find the Women's Ministries Global Outreach going on in the hospitality room of the Village Church. Then we move to 11 o'clock where Neuropathy Support Group will be in the Oak Room at the Woodlands. 11:30 is the time for another Health Connections class. This time we have Agility and Flexibility. That'll be down in the Health Club, and that is currently full. That's our morning lineup. Here's Suzanne to tell you about the afternoon activities.
We'll start the afternoon off at 1 o'clock with chess being played in the library lounge on the island. At 1:15 we have a Health Connections, maximizing your relationship with the primary care physician. This is in the social center on the island, and sign up is required. At 1:45 we have another Health Connections, Balance and Mobility Training Level 1 in the Health Club on the island, and this is closed. 3 o'clock the Bible Study Group will meet in the community room of King's Crown. Also at 3 o'clock we have the Health Connections Pilates Stretch in the Health Club on the island. And our final 3 o'clock activity is the Memory Care Group meeting in the 3rd floor craft room of King's Crown on the island. Sign up is required. At 4 o'clock, Lily and Company Jewelers will be here for the weekly jewelry service in the egret room on the island. And at 4:30, we'll have indoor bocce in the Health Club on the island. We'll wrap up the day at 7:15 with prayer and praise in the Village Church on the island. Thanks for joining us here today, and we look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Wednesday. At 9 o'clock, Painting with Karen and Herb continues in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. And at 10 o'clock, American Folk Art, the art history class, will take place in the Grand Cypress Room of the Woodlands, and sign-up is required. At 10:15, we have iPad and iPhone walk-in clinic, which is continuing on Wednesday mornings through July. This takes place in the Computer Teaching Center of the island. Bring your iPad, your Apple ID, and your password, and stop in anytime between 10:15 and 11:15. So the helpful resident volunteers and Penny Modridge will be able to assist you with your questions. At 1 o'clock, Intermediate Bridge will take place in the game room of the Woodlands, and at 1:45, Flash Drive Prep School continues in the Computer Teaching Center on the island. Tomorrow, our new classes are What We Learned Wrong in Civics with Norton McKnight of Lucina, and The Power of Right-Clicking Windows 7 with Dean Traxler.
Menus for Wednesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is mushroom chicken with Swiss cheese and broccoli pasta. The dinner special is the pasta buffet for $8.95, and the soup of the day is minestrone. In the Island Cafe for lunch, enjoy mini burgers with grilled onions and fries for $6.95. The dinner special is grilled shrimp for $7.95. Specials in the Palm Grill on Wednesday are fried shrimp for $14.95 or baked ham for $12.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Hi, welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins, a senior pastor here at the Village Church, and I'm here with Randy Woods, who's the minister of worship and music. And we're always delighted to share together in ministry in so many different ways, but we have some, I think, very exciting news to share with people about the way the Village Church worship experience can really be enjoyed by people here at Shell Point.
Yes, Pastor Andy, it's great to know that now folks obviously have been able to attend the service, and all are welcome anytime to attend the worship services, but there are occasions when folks can't get out. So they can see the morning broadcast live on Shell Point TV, Channel 12. Every Sunday morning at 10:15, they can join in. But there are a number of folks that, for whatever reason, are not available then. Perhaps they're attending other churches, or they are attending the Village Church, but want to see the service again, and now we have the opportunity to see that service as it's rebroadcast each Tuesday and Thursday.
That's great. And so they're actually going to be broadcast, as I understand it, 3 times on each of those days.
Exactly. Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. rebroadcast 3 times each day, Tuesday and Thursday. So folks who have missed a service, or some of us just like to hear what you say a second time.
Yeah, I always have people who say, I'm not sure I caught all of that.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to say, well, there are plenty of other times to watch it again,
you can
right?
take notes, or I can take my notes and see if what you said is what I heard, or vice versa. But yes, 3 times on Tuesdays and Thursdays, the rebroadcast.
And that rebroadcast is actually on Channel 13, right?
Yes, Channel 13.
So the live feed is on Channel 12 on Sunday morning at the regular worship time, and then it's rebroadcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Channel 13.
Sure. And we realize that for everyone, our schedules are so different and responsibilities are such that we want to make it available. So the TV broadcast is one way, but for folks who want even more flexibility, they can view the church worship service, the Sunday morning service, online anytime. And that's available at www.shellpoint.net/ShellPoint Today. And as you come up on that page, on the right-hand side will be the icon of the Village Church. Click on that, and you can see last Sunday's service throughout the week, anywhere in the world.
And that can be done any time of the day, right?
Anytime,
anyone that has an internet connection can view it on their computer. But I must mention that this rebroadcast on Channel 13 is really by popular demand, as it were. There were people that really requested it, because not everybody wants to sit in front of a computer screen and watch something like that. They want to be able to watch it on their televisions, and they want to have other opportunities to view it.
And our recording is high definition, and as the TV system here at Shell Point is changing next month, it'll be wonderful to see in high definition the clarity of our halos and all those things that we share. But the beauty of the music, the sound will be enhanced as we go high definition with all the TVs, as well as the picture and the image. So it's a wonderful ministry and great opportunity for our residents to be able to participate with our worship experience throughout the week.
Now, I'm not sure I'm all that crazy about the high-definition stuff. Does the Shell Point TV staff, are they able to do a makeover on like people like me and make me look better than I really am?
I understand they have these lenses that are like Weight Watchers that make us look tall and thin. So be looking for that.
Okay, I'm interested to see how that works out.
And then we also want to remind folks that sometimes there's a message that you have shared, a ministry that we have been engaged with, that they would like to be able to send to family or friends, share it, or keep it to really study it. So there are recordings, DVDs and CDs available at the church office. So as we engage in the ministry, we just want to make it available to folks to participate and really share in all that God is doing, and it's such a joy to be a part of that.
Now, are some of those DVDs, they're also available at the church library, aren't they?
Yes, you can purchase them, or you can borrow DVDs from the library at no expense, and the recordings of all of our services are kept in the church library.
That's fantastic. Well, we certainly want to make sure that every opportunity we can provide to help the worship experience here in Shell Point is made available, and so we hope that you'll be able to join us, if not on Sunday morning, and if not in person, that you'll be able to join us in the Village worship service experiences on Tuesdays and Thursdays, either at 9 a.m., 4 p.m., or 8 p.m., and just experience that together as we enjoy our life together here at the Shell Point Retirement Community. Blessings to you all, and thank you for joining us at Village Church Connections.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as Herb Sklar discusses the best portrait artists in United States history. We'll also meet Louis Kimsey, a specialist who fixes the antique grandfather clocks of Shell Point. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Wednesday, July 17th. I'm Dan Philgreen, and from all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.